Alright, welcome back to Particularly Griffin, where we get real particular around here. So the case is back on Durkio. You already know what's going on. Durkio right now, a prison sentence for what's going on, maybe a life sentence or maybe even a D penalty. So I ain't even talking about the DD, I'm talking about, get rid of him penalty. So what I'm seeing over here, he getting the same type of lawyer that, the other guy got going on. But the beef already ended between these two because you already know what's going on. They both in jail. But for real, they got the same lawyer. We all know about that. But from what I'm getting an understanding is that they ain't got no evidence on Durkio. And that's actually outstanding, and that's actually pretty cool and all. And what I've really been thinking about to myself lately, for the real particulars and everything, everyone really over here looking at his lyrics and saying like that's no evidence. But lately we got cops, lawyers, and everyone looking at the music that they put out as evidence, because people can't help themselves but talk about what's actually going on. So to me, I'm thinking like, why would you put it in a song if they ain't what's going on? I know people send blind threats, but at the same time, to me, it's just like, if it ain't real evidence and if it ain't really what you really did, then honestly it makes me think like OTF not really what OTF be really doing. Because to me, I'd rather it actually be true, because if it ain't true, then it really makes OTF look really weak. Like, only the family, y'all starting to look weak if it's actually not real. Like, I'd rather you actually be in jail for it and confess and be like, yeah, we did it, and then it really makes the group like, alright, they really about that life. But then when you over here saying it didn't happen, and then it's at the same thing for King Von, and then at the same time for Quando Rondo's cousin, it's just like, it just got me thinking to myself, it's just like, what do we got in rappers nowadays? It's like, is people really speaking on real stuff, or are people really just out here just clout chasing and just talking about story time? Like, I ain't here for no nursery rhymes. Like, nah. It's like, you either gonna be a villain and you gonna be like the Joker on TV, or you gonna be a fake person that like to talk about, oh, you ride with the guns. Yeah, you might shoot someone by mistake. Yeah, we got the defense law. But then at the same time, it really just got me thinking about these rappers nowadays. It's just like, why keep playing with civilization, acting like we really got some real villains out here? Like, I know the world dangerous, but the people that really be dangerous, they called up, they on TV, they being looked for, they out here actually most wanted. And now I'm starting to get to a point where it's just like, yo, if he ain't most wanted, stop talking that stuff. I'd rather a most wanted person be a rapper than now these days these rappers. It's just like, y'all got money to cover up schemes. Like, if you really about that life, show that stuff. I'd rather actually see some people on TV where they really about that life, they rapping from jail, like this, oh, I did that, I did this, and I ain't get caught, because if you get caught, you dumb. Like, yeah, if you get caught, you dumb, you a thug. But at the end of the day, to me, it's just like, for real, I'd rather actually see some people actually get busy and then actually show, oh, we really the thing to fear. But for real, looking at Lil Durk, if you come out of jail and you don't have no charges on you, it's one thing. If they don't have no evidence, cool, safety to you. But if you really did that stuff, I'd rather you own up to it, and then at the same time, OTF look real. But for real, nowadays, I'm really starting to realize it's the hitmen that's really real, and that's why they go to jail. Because at the end of the day, they get caught up, because nowadays we got so many security cameras out here that you gonna get caught up. So that's really what the bird is a word for me, and it's Bonner's word. And now I'm just really thinking to myself over and over, particularly, I never ever heard of anyone that actually do stuff and not get caught. Even the person that just took out like the CEO for like this little healthcare thing that I seen earlier, he about to get caught up, but at least they got like film on it. But to me, it's just like, if someone catching you with a wire, it better be the headphone wire. But then at the same time, it's just like, dang, they said that they caught you with a wire, but now there's no evidence. What's really the facts, man? What's really the facts? Like, now I'm just starting to see maybe it's a clout chasing thing, but then at the same time, he wouldn't be in jail if it wasn't real. So I'm really trying to get to the bottom of it, but I say we probably have to wait until the court case is over to really understand if it's really real, or if it's like fake evidence, or if his lawyer's just so dang on good, just like how when him and King Von got off with his other lawyer. But at the same time, it ain't the same time. He ain't doing that no more, so I'm trying to figure it out. So looking back at a couple things that I seen that Durk got going on, like he done a couple charity events out in the O, and it got me really thinking like he could have changed his life around and things went better. But then at the same time, he did lose his brother and he did lose King Von. So what makes y'all think maybe in the background that he probably really, you know, probably did murder for hire just so that he can get back? But at the same time, some people say that he really didn't do it. You know, fans be out here trying to fight for their biggest rappers out here. So maybe someone from the fan base did it. But at the same time, keep it a stat. Back then, everyone was looking at King Von and they was looking at Durk like, look, anything could go down. But then still, we still got this one person that said they wore a wire a couple years back. And then also even doing some other stuff. So it just got me really thinking to myself, like, what's really going on? What's the real facts? Like, particularly to me over here, I really believe that King Von, he had stuff going on. But Durk, I feel like he was just riding the wave of what King Von did. But at the same time, we don't know who really doing it and who really not doing it, because at the end of the day, the evidence gotta show up. And then to me, sometimes, you know, people out here got the money for where they can pay for evidence to disappear. So it's just like, is the money getting in the way, keeping people from finding out the evidence? Or is it really Durk? He over here just finally got caught. Or is the evidence starting to get to a point to where now everyone can see it? Like, I'm waiting on to hear, like, you know, a voice recording of him actually saying it. But at the same time, the voice recording could be recorded by AI nowadays. So it's just like, how do we know for sure? What are the for sures? To me, I'm like I said just earlier, it's just like he don't have the same lawyer from when him and King Von was about to go down for murder. This is a different lawyer. This is the lawyer that right now we got NBA Youngboy lawyer over here helping out on 2 different cases. NBA Youngboy case, and we also helping out on Durk case. So it's just like, what do y'all think? Looking at Durk, looking at how his hands moving like this, him shaking, it got me thinking, it's just like, did they catch you? Or are you just shaking because it's just like you so mad that they saying the wrong things about you? It really got me wondering. But to me, like I said earlier, it's just like, if you really did it, I'd rather you confess and make only the fam look stronger. Make it look like, oh, this is something to fear. But then again, if you didn't do it, then it's just like I said, I'm happy that you came off on a clean slate and there's no evidence, and at the same time, you ain't never do nothing like that. But still, it just gives me like I said, I'd rather you invoke fear in people and show them like, hey, this is the type of people that only the fam is. But then at the same time, when it's not like that, it just really just makes me believe like, dang, what are we believing in? What are we listening to as music nowadays? And then why are we listening to music like this if we don't got no true villains like this in the world? Like, true villains is people that got evidence right behind it. I'm talking video recordings right behind it. I'm talking like something with like some type of show to show that it actually happened. But right now, evidence is very few. And then the way how people talk is just clout chasing on FaceTime. You know how like Blueface and Soulja Boy going back and forth. It's just like, I'm tired of people just arguing over the phone. If y'all really about that life, y'all about that life. If you're not about that life, then stop doing that. Stop faking it in your song. Y'all over here making music off of stuff that y'all don't even do. This world should be more cruel if it's actually going down like that. I'm talking way crueler than what Fox News is over here talking on the TV. I'm talking like crueler than Jamaica when people from America go over there as tourists and losing their legs and then going to, you know, all these other vacation sites and, you know, going missing. Like, I'm talking, it should just be cruel if it's really like that, listening to all this different type of music. I'm talking blood in, blood out. But it's pretty sweet. It's just like, people just making money off of fake stuff nowadays. Like, I don't even know what to say nowadays. But if you guys believe in what I'm talking about over here, then you know what to do. Come back to the particulars. This is where it's particularly Griffin, where, you know, we talk about the particulars. But this is my particulars. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And you already know, we're going to come back with more particulars. And the next time we find out more parts about this case. And, you know, if you got anything to say, put it in the comments and we're going to talk about it. You know, no one knows anything about this situation. Durk could be doing it. Durk could not be doing it. If not, y'all already know my opinion throughout this video. I'll see y'all in the next particulars. Thanks for joining me with Particularly Griffin, where we get real particular around here.